Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm glad that you're able to join me. So moving on with our legendary marketer boot camp, the free traffic boot camp. Had a eventful day today. Today's Sunday, obviously, and winding up my day, as a matter of fact. But I wanted to put up a quick video as part of the challenge. So I want to talk about four core business models that David Sharp and his team are really well, they're highly advocating them. So part of the psychology of selling is understanding what your target market or your target niche is looking for. Number one. Now, if you don't focus on those type of needs, you're never going to end up making a sale online, if that makes sense, right? So, for example, the three target niches that David and the online marketing community, for that matter, wants to push out or publish or market, I should say, rather, excuse me, is the evergreen type of niches. So those would be something in the healthcare, wealth, or relationship type of products, offers, or services. So keep those three in mind. Again, it could be healthcare, something to do with wealth, or to do with relationships. Um, if you think about it, a lot of people are, wound up about that type of, um, relationships, for example. You know, you, there's a lot of dating sites online. There's a lot of other things that people want to go ahead and fulfill their need for example. And it could be, like I said, relationships. It could be a marriage site. It could be a dating site, and so forth. The point is that there's a need, and then there's a market for it. And likewise, for the healthcare industry, yeah, people are very conscientious these days that you want to make sure that you're not only having a nutritional diet, you have good rest, you have good exercise, and you have a balanced meal and meals throughout the day. So it's all about living a healthy lifestyle. So a lot of online businesses cater to that as well. So it may be getting into an exercise regime, or a diet of some sort, like the low carb diet that a lot of people are familiar with, or the South Beach diet, or many of the other diets that are out there. The point is, if you can fill that need that an end user client or customer has, then you can market to that. Okay, so we talked about the healthcare, talked about wealth. So that's the other thing. People are looking for how to make money online. So if you can build uh, an online digital marketing program or system, and one that really works and provides value, then go for it. Now, if you can't do that and you don't have the skills to do that, that's okay. That's where the four core business models come in place. So let's talk a little bit about that. So there's a gentleman by the name of Jay Abraham, and he came up with um, three profit activators that we need to look for. So there's three things that you look for within these four core business models. So one of those three things is that it must be able to, the product, service, or offer that you have, it must generate income first and foremost, right? Now, and so it generates income by targeting your niche market, your specific target market, those individuals, that's what that means, that fit into either that healthcare or that wealth lifestyle that they're looking for, or relationships, right? We talked about that earlier. So if it fits within number one, that the customer needs one of those things, and you can acquire that customer. So you've got the customer. Now, since you've got the customer, you need to start targeting them to build up towards your value ladder. So they already got something from you of value. So Maybe next time you tell them about, if it's in the healthcare industry, for example, okay, you chose to purchase this diet and exercise program for me, and here's something new that I've got, or this is something that will get you to the next level to help you get going into or push your health style into a different level, right? Okay, so J. Abrams, J. Abrams says uh, that if you can go ahead and target the product to that customer or pitch to that customer, then he or she is more than likely to buy from you because they've already bought once. Okay, so going on with that same thing, and there's three things, right? We talked about. So it's one, that you acquire the customer. Secondarily, you pitch or upsell the customer. Thirdly, it is that if you can raise the cost of that product, because if it's a value, and if the customer really has a need and want for it, it's how you position that product or service or offer that he or she will end up buying it at a higher cost. So I hope that makes sense. So those three things, those three profit activators are essential in any business. Now, onto the four core business models. Now, the first business model, which I am part of currently, is called affiliate marketing. So, what I do, rather than inventing my own product, service, or offer, I use someone else's product, service, or offer, and I pitch that online, or I market that online for customers or traffic to come in and buy, individuals to come in and buy that whatever I'm selling, right? So, and the next one in line with that as a upsell, if you are able to do so, is coaching and creating a content that can coach an individual of how to do, let's say, get better health, for example. Okay, we talked about those that as one main key evergreen niche is health. Okay, so maybe how to get better health. That would be one thing to target, right? The other thing was it could be you could say, hey, how to build a successful online business, or build a business brick and mortar. Even for that example, if you have a local business presence, you could do that as well. Okay, and so health, wealth, and relationships. The third thing for evergreen niche was the relationship. So you could coach on how to be better at relationships, be it with your family, with your loved one, or your significant other, whoever it is. You could develop a course. Now, if you don't have that skill, you could go out and learn it as a one option, or you could learn from others that have already coached people and done that in the past. So very important to understand that, the coaching would be an additional core business that you could leverage within your system of selling. So you've got affiliate marketing, you've got coaching, and and there's several others too. As far as if you really think about it, there's not just those few things that you can put together. There's other things that you can also market that fill a gap or need within within the market, right? Within the world, anywhere, as a matter of fact. So it could be for coaching, it could be even a professional sport. So let's say if you're an athlete and you know how to condition and build a certain set of muscles to get out there and do what it takes to excel and be part of the top 5 or 3% of people that are athletes out there. That would be a good coaching type of program, a potential athlete out there that might be looking for that, if that makes sense. And aside from that, there's other things too that for, let's say, we talked about the health, but what about, let's say, relationships, right? So let's say you are a psychologist or you are a therapist. You could build a program, and you may already have a program, but you've not thought about marketing it online. You should. It puts more eyes on what you have to offer, and if it's of value, then people will end up buying it. So there's a lot to consider in reference to all of this. At the end of the day, it does require, some forethought. It does require for you to think through and get in as to what you're going to do to help the public. So We talked about affiliate marketing. We talked about coaching. Now, the other high ticket item you could look into, and which is again, it's all part of looking at. Let me pause here for a bit to think through all this. So it's all part of looking at or leveraging the higher ticket. And when I say ticket, these type of four core business models actually end up promoting a higher value. Hence, you can charge the public a higher cost for that product, service, or offer. So that's why I mentioned high ticket. So it's all about leverage. Also, if how you position it. And I've talked about the evergreen niche markets, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to how you use and harness those skills to market. So affiliate marketing, coaching, the third core business is e-learning. E-learning, as a matter of fact, Forbes is mentioning that in 2025, e-learning is going to be one of the biggest platforms for the public out there. It will bring in close to 325 billion. Yes, that's a B with a billion profits for individual business owners or businesses that are out there. So good things to consider. E-learning, for example, right now you may be using a course on Udemy. You might be using lynda.com. There's several platforms like that. So where did they start? They started small. They weren't big to begin with. But so if you're thinking about e-learning, you could do something like that. So that's another core of the four business models that could be leveraged. So sequentially, though, the way you'd want to do this is you want to have affiliate marketing. Build on that. Number one. Number two actually would be to go ahead and do an online course. If you don't have your own course, go ahead and borrow someone else's or get into their program and resell that online. Okay. Thirdly, then you'd want to get into the coaching and the consultation type of role, because at that time you'll develop enough skills, you'll hone in enough skills if you don't already have them to end up coaching somebody and helping them along those three evergreen niches that we talked about: the healthcare, the wealth, and the relationship industry. Okay. And then the last of the four core business models is the events and masterminds, where you would sit face to face, eye to eye, with not only one individual, it could be a group of people where you're talking in an intimate setting in a conference room of maybe 15, 20 individuals. It could be larger than that. But this is where you would end up selling your event or the mastermind. It could be anywhere from $1,000 up to even $20,000 to $30,000 per individual. So it really depends how valuable the end product or service or offer is. And if you think about that, if an individual has that need of developing certain skills, then that is one investment in yourself. You could choose to do so. Get into an event, get into a mastermind. Usually these are high ticket items that online digital marketers or even others that are in your local community are offering. They are at a higher cost, but they provide higher value. So anyhow, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and close out Sunday, and hope that this material is of value to you. And I'll leave my link below to the one business that I recommend that not only provides you an entry level as a low ticket opportunity, but also gets you into the high ticket, high value, and high return if you're looking for an online business marketing platform. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate you joining today. And if you have any questions, leave your comments below. I'd be happy to respond to those. And I thank you again, and God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.